Hello children of standard 7. How are you all? I hope you all are safe and healthy at home. So today the weather is very hot. It is a sunny weather. The sun is shining very bright, whereas yesterday it was quite cool and the condition was cloudy. Little rainfall was there. In the equatorial region, it rains heavily every day and there is high temperature conditions throughout the year. Children, you might be thinking that what I am talking about and why I am telling you these common things. So I am telling you all this because today's lesson is related to these things only. That is to about what I am telling you. So today we are going to discuss about the lesson weather and climate. I welcome you all to the virtual class of Geography chapter Weather and Climate. Weather can be defined, or weather is the condition of the atmosphere at a particular place over a short period of time. Or we can say weather of a place depends upon the variables such as temperature, moisture, wind, sun, cloud cover and atmospheric pressure. So these factors are called the elements of the weather, and the weather of a particular place, or we can say the temporary condition of the atmosphere, can be well defined by taking these factors or the condition of these factors into consideration. So these factors, that is why these factors are called the elements of weather. So depending on these factors, we can say whether the weather is sunny or cloudy, rainy or windy, hot or cold, humid or dry. Though the weather as well as climate both refers to the atmospheric condition, but there is a difference between this weather and climate. So first, as we have already discussed, weather is the condition, temporary condition of the atmosphere at a particular place for a shorter period of time, whereas climate is the average of the weather pattern of a place, that is a larger area or over a larger area for a longer period of time, that is more than 35, for a period of 35 years. And this climate is also affected by the same factors which affect the weather condition of a place, but weather is variable, whereas this climate is not variable, or the climate of a place remains the same. As I have told you children, it is the prevailing atmospheric condition for a larger area, taking the average of the weather conditions for a longer period of time, that is maybe more than 35 years. So coming to the basic differences between weather and, here we go with the difference between weather and climate. As I have told you, weather refers to a short-term condition of the atmosphere, whereas climate is the average weather condition over a longer period of time. When weather is a static factor, or it is not, weather is variable, not static, as it keeps changing from time to time and it cannot be generalized. Since climate refers to average condition, it can be generalized. That means children, we cannot say that now it is hot or now the temperature is more than 25 degrees centigrade, and this same condition of the day will continue or will sustain until the evening. But we can say that a particular place, or if you take the example of the equator region, what I was telling you, there rainfall occurs almost every day between 2 to 4 o'clock, because This weather, what we are telling now, the temperature condition is 25 degrees centigrade. This may change, this may get decreased or increased until the end of the day. Whereas the amount of the rainfall that occurs generally in the equatorial region, that is always in heavy, or there is always heavy rainfall in this region, and that is on a regular basis. So study of weather is called meteorology, whereas study of climate is called climatology. These are the basic differences between weather and climate. Coming to the elements of weather, among the elements of weather, the factors that affect the weather condition of a particular place, temperature is one of the most important factors, which can be defined as the degree of hotness or coldness of a body. So here we are not discussing about the temperature of a body, rather we are discussing the temperature of the atmosphere. So here, that is why we can say that temperature can be defined as the degree of hotness or coldness prevailing in the atmosphere. So temperature of the atmosphere changes not only during the day and night, but also from season to season. And because of the prevalence, or because of certain factors, this happens. Like among the factors, we have latitude, one of the most important factors responsible for the variation of temperature at different places. How, children, this latitude is responsible? As we know that the earth is spherical in shape, which has the highest diameter at the equator and decreases towards the poles, as a result of which places which are quite near to the equator, or the places which are there on the either side of the equator, due to the vertical rays of the sun, here the temperature conditions are relatively higher than that of the other places. As one moves from the equator towards the poles, there is a decrease in the power of the sun rays, because sun rays becomes slanting, as a result of which there the temperature is comparatively less. This is how the latitude of a place is responsible for the temperature condition of that particular place. Then we have another factor that also affect the temperature of a particular place, that is altitude. So what is altitude? Altitude can be well defined as the height of a place from the mean sea level. And how is this height of a place from the mean sea level responsible for the variation in the temperature? Here I want to define a term, children, that is a normal lapse rate. What is this normal lapse rate? It is the rate at which the temperature decreases with the increase in altitude. That is, there is a decrease of 1 degree temperature for every 166 meters of height, or we can say there is a decrease of 6.4 degrees of temperature for every 1 kilometers of height. That is the reason why as we go higher we feel cooler. That means temperature decreases with the increase in height. That is the reason why the hill stations are comparatively cooler even during the summer season. Then we have another factor that is also responsible for the variation in the temperature condition, that is the distance from the sea. Seas play an important role in affecting the weather condition of different places, or in bringing the variations in the temperature conditions of different places. How it happens, children? I'll tell you. The places which are quite closer to the sea, they experience an equable climate, whereas the places which are away from the seas and oceans, they experience continental climate or extreme climate. That is, the places which are near the sea, because of the prevalence of these seas, or because of the sea breeze that blows from the sea towards the land, comparatively cooler even when the temperature is higher at the places which are away from the seas and oceans. Then we have the direction of winds, which also affects the temperature of a place. So India gets most of its annual rainfall from the monsoon rains brought about by the monsoon wind uh, during the month of the rainy season, or we call it the monsoon season. So this is the direction of winds. When the winds blow, we have two types of winds, so onshore wind and offshore wind. So when there is prevalence of onshore wind, obviously the temperature is less, and when there is prevalence of offshore winds, the temperature is comparatively higher. Then we have another factor that also is responsible for the variation in the temperature of a place. So that is ocean currents. And what are these ocean currents? These are the vertical movement of ocean water is termed as ocean current in a definite direction. And we have two types of ocean currents. One is a cold current, one is a warm current. So places which are under the influence of warm currents, they have comparatively higher temperature than that of the places which are under the influence of the cold current. So this is how temperature of a place is affected by these factors. Then coming to how can we measure this temperature, children? The maximum, what are the instruments that are used to measure the temperature? Then what are the unit that is used to measure temperature? That we will discuss here. So maximum and minimum thermometers are used to measure the highest temperature and the lowest temperature of a day. And this highest and the lowest temperature of a day give us the idea about the mean temperatures and the range of temperature. And the two most commonly used scales for the measurement of temperature are the centigrade scale and the Fahrenheit scale. And in the centigrade, here you can see over the screen the thermometer that is used for measuring the temperature is termed as the 6 thermometer, because it is made by a scientist called Sayce. So here I was discussing about the units that are used to measure the temperature, that is centigrade and Fahrenheit, and they have different freezing and boiling points. When the freezing point in the Fahrenheit scale is 32 degrees centigrade, the freezing point in a centigrade scale is 0 degrees centigrade, whereas the boiling point in the centigrade scale is 100 degrees centigrade. In Fahrenheit scale, it is 212 degree Fahrenheit. That means 0 degree centigrade is equal to 32 degree Fahrenheit, or 100 degree centigrade is equal to 212 degree Fahrenheit. So these are the differences in the boiling and freezing points in these scales. So besides using these two thermometers, a single instrument also, as I have told you, is used. You can see the picture here, that is known as the 6 maximum and minimum thermometer. So what is the 6 minimum and maximum thermometer, children? The shape you can see is a U-shaped glass tube with two glass balls at the two ends. And here either alcohol or mercury can be used as the liquids, and the glass tube is graduated. As the temperature rises and falls, the liquids expand and contract, and the two metal indicators register the temperature recorded. And this thermometer cannot be placed anywhere to record the accurate temperature, because if it will be not placed properly, then we may not get the proper temperature condition. That is why a specially designed box is there, that is known as the Stevenson screen. So what is this Stevenson screen? Here you can see the picture, children. It is a box to seal the meteorological instruments like the 6 thermometer, wet and dry bulb thermometer, etc. against precipitation and direct heat radiations from outside sources. If the thermometer is getting affected by the direct heat of the sun, then there may be variation in the temperature conditions. So in order to avoid that, we generally place the 6 minimum and maximum thermometer inside a Stephenson's screen. This is how we measure the most important factor of the weather, that is temperature. Factors of weather, children. The next class, this class, here we stop. Thank you.